we're back. Fucking hell. Cheers.
Cheers. We're not drinking this just yet, though.
No, not drinking it yet. Well, first off, welcome back to the podcast, to the viewers and listeners.
Especially after the technical snag of last week.
Yeah, we had a technical snag. We recorded a full episode, and I can tell you now, it was absolutely brilliant.
Best one you've ever
It
heard.
was the best episode that you've probably,
Or never heard.
never. It was awesome. Unfortunately, there was some technical issues with the platform that we use, and
Thing is,
Steve,
I can blame you for this because I have no technical ability at all, which means it's all on you.
you can blame me, but I'm blaming them.
Okay.
I'm blaming the people that host the podcast. Yeah, unfortunately,
Third-party bastards.
yeah, the bastards. They're going to do the same this time now.
I hope not.
Yeah, you bastards.
I don't know if I can say the same thing like too many times, especially when I've had a drink.
So it was awesome episode, wasn't it?
It was an awesome episode. I recall the drink of choice last week, but I definitely can't do it again. It was cherry brandy that you brought.
Yeah.
And it was all right once, but now I don't think I can ever drink it again.
I brought a bottle of cherry brandy, so we said we would do a segment about drinks and that, and in the episode that never was, and that's what we will call it, the episode that never was. I brought a bottle of cherry brandy, and we were having shot after shot of cherry brandy. And
First couple were all right. They were really not bad,
oh, they weren't bad, really.
but they soon went not great. It's like, you know, when like best way to describe it, you know, like after you used to go like when you were young and they used to have like your Christmas dinner. Do you remember? And then like, but you know, you were like that. You weren't quite old enough to drink, but you were old enough to have like a liqueur chocolate after dinner.
Yeah.
So you try to eat as many as possible, trying to get like where everybody else was. And the first couple, you're like, then you had a couple more, they were all right. And then afterwards, you're like, I'm going to be sick in a
I'm
minute.
going to be sick.
Yeah, it was like that.
I mean, it was nice, but Scott, what are we drinking today?
So I got sent this video. I believe it was a TikTok video. I'm not on TikTok. So we are big fans of Blue Moon.
We are.
So this is a black and blue, if I remember rightly. So it's half a Blue Moon and half a Guinness.
Yeah.
And although it looks like we may have had some, that was the head. So I've not ever had this, and I don't know what it's going to taste like. And if it puts me off Blue Moon, I'm going to be really annoyed.
I've never had one.
I like Guinness. I like Blue Moon. Is it going to work?
Is it? Yeah.
Maybe we should come up with our own one. Maybe we should do like a third Blue Moon, third Guinness, and a third cider maybe one time and try that.
That sounds delicious. Well, let's try this now for the
Okay.
listener. But yeah, it
How
looks
much are
like
you going to drink?
probably I've got Split the Moon. No,
Why should you split them?
I'll just have a big gulp. Probably get down to here somewhere.
That's a big gob.
It is a big gulp.
Right, go for it. Ready?
Ready?
3, 2, 1. It's actually really nice.
Oh,
Do you like that or not?
it's nice, isn't it? It's not half a Guinness and half a Blue Moon sounds ridiculous.
The aftertaste is not amazing, but the actual drink of it is I would definitely have a few more of them.
It's got a sort of an oaky timbre to it.
What does that even mean?
Yeah, that's a reference from the Mighty Boosh.
But do you like it? Would you have another?
I'd have another. It is nice.
I'm going to have a little go now. So,
Yeah, you need a follow up.
yeah, that's I'll take
Well-
that. Black and blue, thumbs up from me.
Black and blue. As long as it gets me smashed,
Well, keep drinking it.
keep drinking them. It'll get me smashed so I can forget the trauma of the week.
Is that from just the general news or as in
Everything.
everything? The news has been well. When has there ever been anything good on the news?
There
Never.
isn't- Never.
The news is just it's just shit, isn't it?
Yeah.
Which news do you listen to? Do you listen to BBC or Sky News or?
I switch. I like to switch through them all.
See, I was a big fan of GB News, but their updates are too often, and it gets to the point where, and don't get me wrong, I like their content, but it gets to the point where you just think, why are we fucking here? Bomb the world, everyone's miserable, let's just fuck off. Do you know what I mean? Whereas at least like BBC, they, you know, I know like the whole fake news and the bit where they only like drip feed you, But maybe that's just to keep you sane, because some of the stuff is just like, oh,
I like to get as much perspective as possible. In terms of news channels, I run my news through a VPN, so I can. So I'll watch Sky News.
are
I'll
you a
watch
whistleblower?
a whisper. Oh, I'll watch. I'll
You're a crafty monkey.
yeah, I'm a crafty monkey. I'll use a VPN so that I can get all perspectives. So I'll watch Sky News. I'll watch BBC News. I'll watch GB News. I'll watch that new one, Talk, whatever it is, Talk TV or whatever it is.
Oh, yeah,
I'll watch Al Jazeera.
cool.
Yeah, but also I run it through a VPN so I can still get RT, so Russia Today.
I used to like that. It was
Yeah.
a good enough perspective.
I'm not bigging them up or anything like that, but you need to get both.
You say that though. Like, do you remember when I can always remember when they were saying Saddam, weapons of mass destruction, and he's such an horrible guy because he brainwashes all his people. Well, if you've only got like a certain news outlet that only gives you so much information, surely you're being brainwashed as well.
Yeah.
Because if you do listen to Russia Today, you get all of what Putin says, which contradicts everything they're saying over
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
It's still all bollocks, but
Yeah, they're all liars.
yeah,
You're all liars.
no, I should be prime minister.
Yeah, I'd vote for you.
Well, that's one.
Yeah, there we go. But
Free blue moon for
yeah,
everyone.
free blue moon. I was just about to say, take the Greens policy of only doing 4 days a work week. Fuck it.
See, I agree with that. See,
yeah.
that's the only one I do agree with, though. It should be, or maybe do 4.5. Give everyone a bit of an incentive. Go in Monday morning, finish Friday 12 o'clock, and then you should give a certain amount of your pay that should take back to a local business, i.e., the pub,
Yeah,
where you get your blue moon.
yeah. No,
And I'm not being sponsored by Blue Moon, by the way.
that sounds legit. I'd
Yeah.
be well up for that. And talking about the Greens,
Go on.
they just won in Manchester, didn't they?
Yeah.
How weird is that?
What's your opinion on that? Because I'm not sure you want to hear mine.
So I don't live in Manchester, so I don't know that the issues, local issues.
Yeah. I'll get that, yeah.
So
And I get it's like a choice.
Yeah.
And everyone's fed up.
What was on that ballot paper? Who were their choices? What was what were the sort of?
I saw a couple of bits on the run up to it. I didn't really see too much from the Greens, but I saw a bit from Labour, and Labour were just, yeah.
So I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised that a mainstream party didn't get in. When I say mainstream party, I'm talking about your classics, your Conservatives, your Labour, your Liberal Democrats.
Do you mean the splinters?
Yeah.
Where you sit on the fence and you got splinters up your arsehole?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm surprised. I'm not surprised that
everyone's fed up, haven't they?
Yeah.
Everyone's fed up. They've had enough. They're sick and tired.
But what surprises me is the choice. I don't know the demographic of the area.
No, it's like,
I don't know the demographic of the area. But the Greens, I thought that like Reform and parties like that would start sweeping up in by-elections.
Yeah, but then you're thinking, I mean, do you remember, I've never been a Labour supporter, but I've been the opposite of a Labour supporter, but then the Labour was always predominantly Midlands and Northern, and then some of Scotland, wasn't it? It was, Conservatives were all down south, where we are. But then, I don't know, I think there's no trust in either of the two major, well, they're not even major parties anymore, are they? Reforms in the polls. I think Green, I think that's the sort of people where they don't want any of them. That's like, well, we've got to pick for someone, so we may as well have them. And I only say that, I mean, each their own. I just don't agree with their policies. Open borders is bullshit because you're asking for trouble. The whole all drugs should be made legal. And there was even rumour that apparently he was in talks with Colombia for an import like that. So I'm like, if you think you've got a drug problem now and it's freely available to get heroin, and he has said this, heroin, crack cocaine and methamphetamine, you're not turning up to work on Monday morning. I don't care who you are. When you just say, again, you're going to pop off, maybe that's why they need a 4-day week, because you're just going on for a bender, but then Zach Polanski, love him or hate him, whatever you want to do, this is the guy that did say that he could make your boobs bigger through hypnotism.
What?
I swear, honestly.
What?
Yeah, so before he became the leader of the party, he used to hypnotise women because he used to tell them that he believed he could make their boobs bigger through hypnotism. And his answer to that was, well, I didn't charge him. That doesn't make it... Right? It's nuts.
I'm so naive to this. I don't know anything about the Greens, honestly.
Start looking.
I
It's
saw this.
insane.
That sounds insane, and he's the lead. But it doesn't surprise me because it doesn't matter what politician you are, what MP, whatever side you are going to fight for your policy, your party's policies. I don't think it's about the people anymore, and that's why I try to keep out of it, and I purposely sometimes now switch off. Yeah, I purposely switch off now because I've first-hand experience where it's not about the people, it's about the party, which I don't agree with.
It is. You're right. But the thing is, people always go to the policies. But then again, you look at Labour, how many like policy manifestos did they have? But the problem is like people have short memories. And the problem, and what I mean by that is Labour's always been the same. Labour always gets in, they run the country into a shitload of debt, and everyone goes, oh, the Conservatives are arseholes. No, it's not. It's just in that much debt that the Conservatives have to get us out of it, or whoever. So like, same as like if you vote in Reform or not the Greens, so that's another one. The other policy of the Greens is they're going to write off the national debt. I can't remember what it's something daft like 256 billion or whatever. It's stupid amounts of money. You can't just say I'm not going to pay it because then every central bank in the world will go, all right, well we won't deal with you then if you're not going to pay your debts, and they'll just put interest on it. Can you imagine if you turn around to your mortgage provider and went, yeah, I'm not going to pay it, and they go, yeah, well you just live there then, and that'll be all right. Enjoy yourself.
2 points. I've got two points. One going back, and then one coming forward to the central bank. So going back to green policy, and I'm a big supporter of the one thing that I knew that they stood for was that 4-day week. I love that.
Yeah,
let's get it in. And any party that says that, I've got my vote.
See, I quite like work. I could do a 6-day week or 7-day week. I don't mind.
Oh no, forget that. My work's stressful. It kills me. I push it all down, choke inside, and I push the trauma inside. Anyway, 4-day week, I'm a fan of. You just talked about drugs.
Yeah.
Should it be decriminalised?
Yeah, but we're talking like, right. See, I like this. Now we're back and forth. Decriminalise drugs. This is what I mean. You know, like you get like the whole left and right, you know, whatever you want to be and all the other shit in the world. Why can't you just be you? Right? If you want to be whatever you want to, if you want to turn up here in some kind of rainbow skirt or whatever, I don't care. You're my mate and I respect it. If you turn around and say to me, Scott, you need to start wearing this, you can go fuck yourself. Right? That's my opinion. Yeah. But everyone now is always trying to force their opinion on each other.
Yeah.
But there's no need for it. Like all the rights and the protests and stuff like that. I get it. I do get it, and I think, like you shouldn't ever be squashed with your opinion, but you shouldn't force it on someone else. I just think live and let live. It don't matter, like, the one I saw the other day, here's the best one. So for 27 years I was on the door. Apparently it's out now, if you call someone bald, it's sexual harassment. I got called a fucking bald cunt every weekend, pretty much for all of them 27 years. Right? So I couldn't tell you how many sexual harassment cases I've got right now. Or is it because you said, no, you can't come in, and they try and think of something that offends you? Oh no, you've picked on my inability to grow hair. I don't care. I don't care. I don't want... If I'm going to go home and cry about it, that's not the job for me, is it?
Talking of sexual harassment on the door, I've worked with you on the door in the past, and I've been subject to sexual harassment on the door.
Yeah.
Like proper sexual harassment. I remember working a thing called Bingo Bango.
Yeah.
Where you play bingo and all that sort of stuff, and it all goes mental and all that sort of shit.
I'm going to say this, though.
Go on.
And I really don't mean no disrespect. It depends on who you get. It can be a good night, and they're all lovely people, and then you get other nights. It's the same as any night, I suppose. And I really don't mean this in disrespect, like, because there's going to be people that say, I'm not being disrespectful. I understand women. I understand how, women's like that. But you could walk in some nights, and the only way I could describe it was like a menopause night, right? And I really don't mean that in a horrible way, right? But you'd stand on the front doors, they're coming in, and they'd look you up and down. And they would come up to you later on, right? And you'd like they'd almost, all right, yes, thanks. How are you? All right, what are you doing later? When do you mean later? When this is finished. I'm going to crawl into the sea.
It's fucking horrible. The last
And I really don't mean that against women. There was just a type that turned up to some nights there. Not every night, just some nights. Do you know what I mean, though? Because it was like, yeah, and that was the night. Not in the end, I was like, yeah, I'm not working that. Because they used to come in. There's another guy who worked with us, and the poor bloke was literally, well, I mean, he was probably having a whale of a time. He was like fondled and stuff like that. And they used to grab him like by his nuts and go, "You're coming home with me."
I remember.
You got it.
I remember walking from the door to the toilets because there was a queue and there was people kicking off in the queue in the toilets because it was taking so long. I was walking along the, the corridor,
Yeah.
the top part of the venue. Some older lady, some older horny lady, grabbed my arse. She didn't just grab it; her finger went into my anus, right in the hole, and for a couple of minutes, I was like, "Oh, that wasn't."
But see, this gets me to another
That wasn't
point.
right.
This gets me another point, right? And again, I'm only sitting on the fence here. I'm going to get splinters myself, right? If you were to walk down, and I can say this now because I'm getting on in the years.
Go on.
Right? So, and it's all changed since I was like young. If you were to walk down the street, like you get builders who whistle and wolf whistle, girls walking past.
Yeah.
Right? So, if a woman's like got big boobs and they're sort of like low cut top and someone whistles, right? If you've got like 3 teeth in your head and you're whistling her, they go, "You fucking dirty old man." Right? However, if it was someone like Brad Pitt or Jason Momoa, or I don't know who's even attractive now, someone like that,
Yeah, I don't.
right? They'd go,
Kyle.
And I'm not picking on women. I'm talking about men as well, right? Because this is what if a nice looking woman came up and sort of tried to put a finger in your butt, you might go,
"Oh, thank you."
Yeah.
Thanks.
If it was your nan's mate, you'd be like that.
Yeah.
So do you see what I'm? And that's my point, because your attitude, your opinion changes on what they look like, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Same as if some homeless guy tries to steal your trainers. You'd be like, "What are you fucking doing?
What are you doing?" And I think,
what does that mean?"
no, I agree, and that leads back into the sort of politics of
Yeah.
Depends what
It's opinions.
it's opinions.
And this is what I mean.
Yeah.
But like, when was like keeping your opinion? So like, it was like the whole offensive thing came out. And I used to watch, do you remember Steve Hughes, the Australian comedian? If you have a chance to watch that on YouTube, he's funny as you like. He's talking about like health and safety. And he's like, "Do you remember what we used to do before health and safety? There's a big hole in the floor. Let's walk around it. It's called common fucking sense."
Yeah.
Right? Great guy. And then, but again, it's like, and again, you're talking about like, if you want to be gay, it doesn't matter. Just go and do what you want. It doesn't matter. It makes no difference to me. I've got gay mates. It makes no difference to me what you are. It's mate. It's only when like people force their opinions on you and stuff like that. And that's the bit I don't get. And I think that's the bit, because it's almost like, well, I need to be included. Well, you are included. I don't.
Yeah.
Maybe it's me. I don't know. Maybe I've never had enough experience to it. We've got friends of ours and like stuff like that, and people we know.
We've got mutual friends that are gay.
Yeah.
And I love them.
But then we've met loads of people though, and it's like, it's there. It's all about, like I say, well, the offensive one though does wind me up when they say, well, you've have you seen the police on the like YouTube videos and stuff like that, when they go, well, you've waved a flag and it's upset someone, it's offended. And I'm like that, and they've turned up at people's house and like, we've offended someone. Let me fucking tell you now. Do you know what offends me? And I may have said this already, and it is. I always say this one: bad fucking breath. But who's going to go around their house and make them brush their fucking teeth? No one.
Do you know what offends me?
Everyone.
No, people who chew really loudly. Oh my God.
There's a few people like that though.
Oh, I've got.
There you go. That's what I want. I want people to let us know. Any listeners, let us know what pisses you off. What little ticks piss people off.
Oh,
you're not the first person to say this though.
No.
The amount of people that like that or eat loud.
I think
is it eating loud or chewing gum?
Hang on. I think we said this on the first episode.
Yeah, but is that like? Yeah, but then if they're eating is one thing, but it seems to go up like 5 levels if they're chewing gum. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, if they're chewing gum with the mouth open, or crisps.
See, I never
Corn crackers, poppadoms, crisps, and someone goes,
am I that guy that, you know, they say if you've got like 5 mates, you know, and there's no arsehole, you're the arsehole.
"You're the arse."
I never noticed crisps. But I don't really eat them. Is it me? Is it me?
It might be.
Is
I
it?
don't know. I've
Get
never
a bag of crisps.
get a bag of crisps. Let's test it online. So just before we move away from politics and go on to more sort of savoury subjects, I just want to go back again to the Greens drug policy, because it's a real thing for me. This, not because I'm into drugs or anything like that. I've never really taken drugs.
Let's hope it doesn't cut out at that point.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the drugs.
Drugs. No, I'm a big believer in, and this is probably where my liberal side comes in, where I'm really
Didn't know
liberal.
you had one.
I'm quite liberal. Choices. We're sitting here now drinking alcohol. We're drinking a mixture of Guinness and Blue Moon, which probably isn't good for you. It's going to destroy our liver, and at some point, because we drink so much of it, we're going to have to take some tablets or some shit, or we'll be in hospital. It's going to give us something. Then you think about cannabis, and I don't smoke cannabis, not a partaker of it, because I'm a control freak. Apart from when I drink.
Yeah, but then, like you say, though, it does wonders for people like Parkinson's and stuff.
Yeah. Oh no, I've seen that.
Yeah.
I've seen the documentaries on that. Also, I've seen documentaries on psilocybin, so mushrooms.
Yep.
And how that helps people with PTSD. And
does it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting.
How it helps people with PTSD. Industry I work in, there's a lot of people with PTSD because it's a natural part of my industry. And there's only very few of them that get to see the benefit of that. And when I see them and they talk about that benefit, I think, why isn't that available for anybody that's gone through trauma? The use of psilocybin.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I can always remember, and like a massive comedy fan, but like Billy Connolly said, you know, when he gets to the letter to say he's terminal, he's going to go back and try everything because he's got nothing left. But I mean, it does destroy that. I mean, that's serious stuff, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, like heroin. What are we talking? Meth, crystal meth.
I do like the Stranglers, Golden Brown, which is about heroin apparently.
See, I've never really touched anything so like that.
I think I've been quite sure, even though I've come from Stoke-on-Trent.
Did you see videos? I saw that. Did you see the Leah Betts video in school? So Leah Betts was the one that like took the ecstasy.
Yeah.
And then that put me off everything, and I was like, I was a good boy.
So, yeah. I mean, but I do have this thing in me where, like, recently, turkey tail mushrooms has been banned. Turkey tail mushroom.
What's that?
So turkey tail mushroom is like a mushroom, looks like a turkey tail, grows on trees and all that sort of shit. You could buy it because it was a supplement to support in certain things and stuff like that. But turkey tail mushroom, man, got banned by the FDA, and then other organizations that control health within the world also followed it and banned it. I could go and pick some of that stuff. Do you know what I mean?
They do this sort of stuff in Amsterdam.
Turkey tail.
Yeah.
No, it's not a hallucinogen. It's just a. Do you like lion's mane?
Yeah.
It's supposed to help you with focus and cognitive things like that.
It's not a real lion's mane, though.
No, it's not a real lion's mane mushroom. But what I'm trying
dare you to go get some of that.
What I'm trying to say is, I'm not. It sounds contradictory to that liberal side of me that says drugs are a choice, like alcohol's a choice, coffee's a choice, smoking a cigarette is a choice. Putting them, you see the kids now using them. Is it Zen or whatever? The nicotine fuck the things in the cheeks. And all
but nicotine's now. Have you not seen about the cure that
it's
cures?
It's a nootropic, cause like pocket. Is it no? What is it? What does he say?
They reckon it cures autism and everything like that. And the
Alzheimer's. I saw the study into Alzheimer's.
The patch between the shoulder blades. But again, nicotine used to be a massive cure for loads of stuff. But then it wasn't mixed with tar and all the other shit and put in cigarettes.
And I sort of go like natural stuff should be out like going back to the stone
Yeah.
ape theory. The reason that we have got cognitive ability and consciousness is because at some point some ape in our distant past started eating specific mushrooms, psilocybin mushrooms.
Yeah, but then you see, I mean, you're now going right down the the wormhole. But the if you ever read a book called it's called Cancer, We're Dying to Know the Truth, and basically, cut a long story short, that was all about doctors. It was written by doctors that were like dealing with like oncology and stuff like that. But they were like, well, where in the world is there no cancer? And they're looking at Eskimos, Aborigines, Amazon, all the ones that live off the land. And they were like, well, what do they eat? And again, that's when it came up with the no processed foods. And then they were all eating things like mushrooms and the like, you know, well, not dandelions, but you know, that sort of stuff. It's all living off the land. You know, so you're right. It's 100% right.
So I agree with drugs as a choice. What needs to be stopped is the sort of people producing things like man-made synthesized sort of drugs. Like I think cannabis, mushrooms, the use of things like ayahuasca tea that come from plants.
DMT's in your body, isn't it?
Yeah, it's your penile
That's
gland.
what, that's what makes you dream at night.
Makes you dream at night. So I've watched the God Particle documentary on DMT. Found it very interesting.
Some of these people, though, don't they, with DMT, they go and try DMT. They will like come to, they have $1 million idea or £1 million idea, depending where you are, go off and do it and become millionaires.
I'll tell you a story. I think I may have told you this before. So a friend of mine from Stoke, who is still in touch with a friend of mine from school, who became a tattoo artist. He became a tattoo artist, such a good tattoo artist. He was doing people like football players and all that sort of stuff from Premier League and all that. Really, really good artist. He was a good artist in school. Really, really really good. He, in that circle, he got into all types of drugs and started taking DMT. And then at some point, he had this experience with DMT where he was talking to someone in the other realm where DMT takes you, whatever, and he's having this conversation and they talk about an idea. And when he comes back, he's still got this idea in his head. He builds the machine to produce the idea, and now he's making money from it. And what the idea was is turning plastic from the oceans, like skimming plastic off the oceans to make octagon or pentagons or somewhere into sort of bricks to make housing. And he had the idea from
That's mad.
for sort of African nations and places like that, places where they can't build houses. They skim the ocean of all this plastic in certain areas, put it through this machine, pops out these bricks, and then they just connect them to make a hut, a house for a family.
Who says drugs don't pay?
And he got that from DMT.
There you go.
How mad's that? He doesn't do tattooing anymore. That's his sole job now.
That's what you want.
I won't say any names.
There you go.
But and that's the thing, natural. That's what we are natural. We're natural. Synthesized like ecstasy.
Well, there you go. Maybe I'm wrong, and maybe the Green Party's the way to go.
Well, no, it depends if they're saying. I don't quite know if they're saying all drugs.
Yeah,
like
it is all drugs.
Oh, well, ecstasy, no, because that can be terrible. If you've got a heart problem, you're fucked. Heroin, no. I know it's from poppies, but it takes a certain amount of synthesis.
Yeah.
It's not right. I don't know what else is synthesized. Crack, methamphetamines, all that sort of bollocks.
Yeah.
No, not for me.
Not for me.
Mushroom. Not that I take mushrooms. Test me. Never had one.
I haven't.
Never had one. But I understand, and I've watched the documentaries, and I understand how it helps people and things like that.
Well, there you are. There you are, people.
We've had pisses, and now we've got a fresh drink. How are you feeling?
Lots better. Less frustrated.
Yeah. less less frustrated with politics. I think we should move away from politics.
Yeah, let's do that. Maybe we
because-
just do that like for a small amount. I could get on my
Yeah.
soapbox all day.
It's something that I try to steer clear of at the moment. It's not.
I get it, and everyone's passionate about it because it's whatever. Politics is simply about what is being treated fairly.
Yeah.
So what's good enough for me should be good enough for you, and vice versa, and all around like that. And I don't care where you come from, do your bit, and then that's it. On that note, I'll shut up.
It's probably what we said at the end of our last episode. And I remember this because I listened to the end of the last episode. I listened to the beginning, did some editing, listened to the middle, some editing, listen to the end. Don't be a knobhead. Don't
Yeah.
be a ballend.
Don't be a knobhead.
Don't be a knobhead. So
Did we get any questions from the last one?
we did indeed. A friend of friend of the show, Amber, sent in a load of topics to talk about. The first topic was childish insults, but because when she sent me that, I was intoxicated.
You're not painting yourself in a good picture.
Yeah, no, everyone must think I'm a right alcoholic.
It's true.
It's true. I'm a high functioning alcoholic. I read it as insulting children, and I was like,
This could be a short-lived
Yeah.
podcast.
no, I'm well up for insulting children. To all the listeners and the viewers, if you want us to insult your children,
Oh, see, do you know, all this what popped into my head. What is it, the Ricky Gervais series, when he's walking past the playground and he's calling him a feeder?
was it? I know what you mean. on
Yeah, yeah,
Netflix, where his wife had died. And all that.
Yes.
Yeah. I know what you mean. I've
Yeah,
watched
that one.
it, yeah. Just send us in a message, send us in a photo, and we will happily insult your children. But she also said something about films.
What about him?
What did you grow up with? Mine's quite specialist.
Go on.
When I say specialist, no, that sounds ridiculous. It sounds like I'm talking about porn or mango.
I remember The Specialist. I used to love that film.
So I grew up, not with cartoon films or
What year were you born, though?
87,
Okay, so you're 7 years after me.
7 years after you.
Feel it.
So I as a kid, I watched. Needs mixing.
Oh, no, I was going to say, it's not
Yeah.
mixed at the bottom, is it?
No, I watched films like Terminator, Terminator 2, that type of shit.
So did I, though, but what age are you talking?
Well, when it first came out,
Was that 92, 91?
I haven't got a clue, mate. This is my child. This is what I remember in my head from my childhood. Terminator 2, Ando.
Yep.
When he's got
Rocket
Ju-
launcher.
and he kills that bloke on the plane, and
Yeah,
jumps
yeah.
off and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
With Jean-Claude Van Damme, and he puts his knuckles in the glue and then in the glass. Universal Soldier. Oh, I used to love that. Especially right at the beginning when Dolph Lundgren's got the ears around his neck. And I watched them as a child, and I'm absolutely fine now as an adult.
I can hear your mum being carted off as we speak.
It wasn't my mum.
Was it?
It wasn't my mum. Me mum, because she was a single parent, I used to go to my nan's. It was my nan.
Yeah.
It was her fault.
Is she still here?
Yeah, she's still here.
Right, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
You here?
they're
You
coming for
listen here.
Listen here, Nan. I'm coming for you. Look what you've done to me. No. So I used to watch.
Troy sat around her house knitting with ears around her
She's
neck.
knitting ears around her neck. She's putting her fists in glue, putting crushed glass on them. No, and I don't know why. Lethal Weapon and things like. As a kid, that's what I remember. I don't remember when I was on my own before my cousins came along, watching anything like Aladdin.
See, Aladdin
Snow
was later
White.
on. I mean, I don't know. See, I used to watch cartoons and stuff like that. But I think I taught my mum into let me watch RoboCop when that came.
yeah.
I think it came out in 87. I think I was allowed to watch it in about 91, and I was about 11. But that was pretty horrific.
Watch it now, though. It's shit.
Eh?
Watch it now, though. It's shit, isn't it?
Well, no, but when the spike comes out of his hand at the end, he like takes his throat out. That's not great. And the guy goes through the chemical vat. That's not great. You know, and then, I don't know. But then it's like, see, we live in a very different time. So it's like, I can remember when Poltergeist came out.
I love that film.
Right, but Poltergeist was so scary at the time, right? It was on at like 3 a.m. And when people go, yeah, right, TV used to turn off at midnight, right? TFAX and teletext used to come on at midnight. TV, there was no programs on from like midnight till 6 a.m. I mean, I think it was Channel 4, The Girl with the Chalkboard. Yeah,
do you remember that?
So to put a film on at 3 o'clock in the morning when TV wasn't on, that had to be pretty scary. Do you know what I mean?
I remember the first time I watched Poltergeist, right? A Friday night, my nan and my granddad used to go to a place called Adley Green Workmen's Club. So up north, it was a workman's club.
Beer.
Yeah, cheap beer, blokes from the mines. They'd play bingo. They'd get pissed. The kids would go to the kids' room, which had all arcade games in it and Italian, all that sort of stuff. Used to love that shit. And we used to go home.
You get nothing like that.
I grew up on that shit. Adley Green Workmen's Club, it was called. And there was fights in there and all sorts of stuff. It was fucking brilliant, right? Loved the place. Proper northern workmen's club. We used to finish there on a Friday night. We'd go to either a chip shop or we ended up going to a kebab shop called Ninjas.
Gravy.
If we went to the chip shop, got gravy.
I'm not taking the piss.
No, no.
us.
I tell you what, let's just get it straight right now. Down here, down south.
Let me stop you.
What gravy
Let me
is. Go on,
stop
you have
you.
no clue. Go on.
My gravy's all right, I'll have you know. You've had it, right?
I've had your gravy.
Right.
I've had your gravy.
Yeah. I'd honestly never had chips and gravy until about 2 years ago.
From the north.
From anywhere. I was like, gravy on chips? No, ketchup goes on chips. And I tried it and I was like, it's pretty damn good.
Yeah.
In fact, I had it about 2 hours ago.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, mate.
See how happy you are?
I'm happy. Can I just say as well, you haven't experienced a Chinese gravy.
Go on.
So, in Stoke and probably more north as well, Chinese do gravy. Down here, Chinese only do curry sauce or satay sauce.
Like all of them.
But if you go up north, you can get chicken fried rice.
Do you reckon we can pack all this up and go up north for one trip?
Yeah, we can. We'll go to my mum's house. I'm up for that shit.
Is Universal Soldier going to be on the TV?
We'll watch Universal Soldier. We'll do live reactions for the guys at home.
Stream.
And then we'll have a chicken fried rice and some not curry sauce, gravy from Jumbo House. Oh, mate, it's brilliant. People are probably going to be sitting there going, fucking hell, what? Chicken fried rice and cover it in gravy.
I'm willing to try. See, I told you I'm open.
It's the bomb. Before we got into gravy, because now it's mashed my head up because I'm like, let's
films,
get some
right? Films, right? Cool. What was your favourite Arnie film?
Oh, Terminator 2 or Commando.
That was too quick an answer. See, I love Terminator 2, and I remember when it came out, and it was way ahead of its time.
Yeah,
and I love Terminator, but then you missed out on some good ones. Total Recall.
That's a good film.
Predator.
2 weeks when he's dressed that way. Is that 2 weeks?
Yeah. Predator.
Yeah,
That was good.
Yeah.
Running Man.
Not a fan.
Oh, I love Running Man.
Do you?
Oh, I think it's one of his best. Only because it was so far out there. Yeah, no, I think, yeah, it's got to be something like that, Running Man. I love Running Man.
Those good for me because
End of Days, not bad.
End of Days. Oh, left field, that one.
Yeah.
End of Days where it's a bit religious.
Yeah.
Fucking yeah.
Yeah. So I reckon it could be hard. What about Sliced Alone? Favourite film?
Oh, here we go. Demolition Man. Yeah, Demolition Man.
Demolition Man and Cliffhanger came out at the same time, didn't they? Relatively, over here.
Cliffhanger was a bit more too drama for me. I do like Ace Ventura: Pet Detective, where it took the piss out of Cliffhanger. Can you remember that?
Yeah.
Where the raccoon, it's like the girl that falls.
Yeah.
Yeah. Demolition Man for me.
Is it? So I like Demolition Man.
Because I like the Wesley Snipes in it.
Specialist was good.
Yeah.
But I think, I don't know. I'm not a Rocky fan. I'm not saying they're bad. I know a lot of people are Rocky fans, but Rambo First Blood, Part 1, I grew up on that.
Yeah.
And you were either an Arnie fan or a Sly fan.
Yeah.
It's like if I say Van Damme, you're going to say Universal Soldier, aren't you?
Yeah. Van Damme, Universal Soldier.
See, no, I wouldn't say that.
AWOL. What's the one where he's fighting on the top of a train? Is that AWOL?
No.
No.
No, I don't think
What
so.
am I thinking of?
I don't know. Mission Impossible. I don't know.
Did one of these guys fight on the top of a train?
So, I don't know.
I'm sure.
AWOL was good. What's another one? Desert Heat was good. Ever seen that?
Was that where they fight on top of a train?
No, he's out in the desert and they're he's basically going to kill himself. So he goes and sees his Indian mate to get his permission, and then he takes over the town.
What's the one where he's part of the French Foreign Legion?
That's AWOL.
Is it?
Yeah. But then you got Bloodsport.
Bloodsport, yeah.
That's a good one.
It's a good one.
Yeah. That's the sort of films I grew up on.
I can only remember growing up on them.
Yeah.
I cannot remember. I probably did, but I've completely switched off from films like Aladdin, Snow White, and all that shit.
But see, they were my age group, not yours. Really, you'd be coming to the later end of that, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Well,
Or maybe I just watched them too young.
I probably watched them. They probably had like. I can remember when my cousins came along, that sort of stuff became a feature.
But did you have like not action films, but did you have like films you grew up on? So like, as a teenager, I can remember when The Goonies came out.
Goonies, I watched that. Yeah.
And I recorded it on VHS, and I watched it so many times to the point where the ribbon on the tape ran out, and you couldn't see certain parts of the film because it was that bad.
I remember The Goonies. I'm trying to think. Probably.
I'm not going to do the truffle shuffle.
Go on, do it. No, I mean, probably my film that I watched repeatedly was Terminator 2.
Yeah.
Terminator 2.
As a kid. Oh, there you go. Right. That explains a lot.
Well, yeah. Terminator 2 and Universal Soldier. For some reason,
at what age?
Whenever they came out, I don't. We talked about this in the last the actually podcast that we properly recorded and didn't fuck up.
That's just so I know.
I don't know my age.
When we forward this on the social services.
Yeah, I don't know my own age. What am I?
38.
Whenever they came out, I was watching them.
Jesus.
That's what I can't remember.
Well, I can't say anything. You know, it's like, you know, things now, isn't it, when they don't watch. But then 18s were horrific in the 80s and 90s.
Yeah.
What's your favourite film?
Oh, good one. There's a film called Dead Man's Shoes.
Right.
Have you ever seen it?
No.
Dead Man's Shoes is great.
See, you're going to laugh at mine.
Go on, what's yours? Oh, go on.
No, it's not that. But, you know, like, so I grew up on like the American Pies and the Austin Powers and stuff like that, all the comedy one. And I've always been a comedy fan. But I can't help, if anyone asks me, I actually love Hot Tub Time Machine.
That is a good film.
I would watch it over and over again. I don't know why. Yeah.
It is funny. I do like the actors in it.
So then we bring on to another question. If there was 3 people you could go on the piss with, who would it be?
Ooh, on the piss with?
Do you think it'd be a good laugh? Not like, you know, like they say, well, if you meet your hero, they might like that. If you just in your head, who would you?
That's a good question.
See, I know mine straight away.
And what's yours? And I'll think.
So this is going back from years ago, 2 of them from years ago.
Yeah.
So this is way before all the like current affairs and all that. I always wanted to go on the piss with Boris Johnson, right? That was way before COVID, way before he was the Prime Minister or anything like that.
I get that.
Yeah. I'm talking about Mayor of London sort of time. Yeah. He used to make a fucking prick of himself. Dom Jolly.
Yeah.
Because did you ever see that episode when he used to go around the world and like try like drinks? And he was like out in the Amazon or like Aborigines gave him this drink and he was actually fucked out of his face. He's always up for a laugh. And the other one is Lou out of Hot Tub Time Machine, The Violator.
So let's think about it logically. Number 1, Jeffrey Epstein. No, I'm not like that. No. It's got to be like someone, like, all I can think of now, when you say going out drinking, I think of back in the day when I used to play rugby.
So I was going to say, a close fourth for me would be Mike Tyndall.
So, yeah, Mike Tyndall.
Yeah.
Lewis Moody in his day. Do you know what I mean? Not now. Now he's got, what has he got now? What has he got?
I don't know.
This is a documentary. He was my all-time favourite one of my all-time favourite rugby players. But I'd be picking rugby players, so people that could get absolutely smashed. So, yeah, I'm talking back in the day when I was a kid. So, you're sort of Martin Johnson's, Lawrence Dallaglio,
the World Cup winners.
Yeah, World Cup winners.
Did you watch that?
Yeah, I watched The Kick. Yeah, I watched.
My cousin, he's so lucky. He went out to Australia, and he bought. I think he like got 2 or 3 tickets to the games that are out there. And when they got out there, they offered him like cheap tickets to the final.
Yeah.
Before a single game had been played, and he was like, "Yeah, no, all right." And he bought tickets, and of course England got in the final, and then they won.
Yeah.
And he said he remembered wake up the next morning going for breakfast, and Mike Tyndall was still pissed from the night before, out in the pub.
So they would be my guys, but then I think about also who were the legends back in the day before they got. So Razor Ruddock, remember Razor Ruddock?
Yeah.
The football player, Paul Gascoigne. In their day though, not
to be fair though, he's still doing it.
Yeah, he's still doing it. But them type of people, that's who I'd pick.
Yeah.
But I also like. I think would it be? I've watched. Do you know that Gordon Ramsay program where he goes on holiday with Gordon Ramsay, Vino De Campo, and the other one, the French fella. I think, it'd be piss to get him fucked up with them. I'd be all for that. But yeah, they're mine. I'm talking old school.
Yeah.
When
For no like films or anything like that, or like film stars or
film stars, Will Ferrell, I think would be funny. Funny as fuck. Go and get pissed with him.
depends which character he turns up as.
Yeah, that's the thing. I want him to turn up as character, not as himself. But to be fair, if I'm being really honest, I'm a bit of a bit. I don't think of people that way.
What is in?
Oh, me and him would be best mates.
Oh, no, I mean best mates. I mean like
Yeah.
one-time deal.
Yeah, one time. Oh, one-time deals.
But how you got them in your head? Because it's like I say, you could meet them and they could be boring as hell.
It's got to be your legends.
Yeah.
Got to be your legends. Like Will Ferrell could be boring. I love his characters. Love. Like he's one of my all-time favorite comedic actor. Will Ferrell. I like sort of what's his name? Who acts with Will Ferrell sometimes?
Which one? Adam Sandler?
No. The guy who's all churchy in real life.
Oh, not
What's his name? Mark Wahlberg.
yeah.
Yeah, I like him as an actor, and he's funny as fuck.
So if you go to church, you're a churchy.
No, yeah.
You heard it here first,
You heard it
folks.
here first. Kyle's against the church. I'm not actually against the church.
He's a Scientologist.
No, I'm not. I'm not in. I was going to call it a cult then. No.
And moving on.
I'm moving on very quickly. No, but I think because he wakes up at 4:00 in the morning and things like that, he's not going to be out having out getting pissed up, is he?
No.
No.
Well, he might be on the afternoon shift. Be in bed by 5.
Yeah. But yeah, it's got to be old school rugby players, old school football players. The days before mobile phone cameras were a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
Phones are the devil anyway.
Yeah.
So, yeah. What sort of time are we on?
We are on right now 50 minutes. So we've got a bit of time.
Okay, that's fine.
Another 20 minutes maybe, then we can stop. Sounds like we want to stop.
No, just
Yeah.
asking.
Let's just do another 20 minutes and we can fuck this right off and get onto the heavy drinking.
The stuff you can see.
Tell you what, how's your training going?
Yeah, all right. Not bad for an old man. So, I'm struggling with it. So, I'm in this phase in my life. I used to train 6 days a week, sometimes twice a day. Sounds committed, doesn't it? But now I'm just trying to get there enough times to try and train every body part.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know, winter doesn't help. You come home, it's dark, and when you just sit there and you think, I can't be asked to go back out. So I was like, okay, so I'm starting to go in the mornings, which now means I'm getting up at 5:15, 5:30 in the gym while gym opens at 6. Doing your bit then, but then it comes to the evening, you're absolutely fucking done in. And then it comes to the end of the week. It's good. The training's good. Meals are going all right. I try to do a bit of a mini diet, but I've got a structured meal plan. But when I diet, I actually eat an extra meal. So I'm still eating 5 or 6 meals a day. And then I weighed myself at the beginning. I was 18 stone 10, I think it was. And then 4 weeks later, I'm 19 stone 13. So somehow I've been dieting, but I've got bigger.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's
I'm like 18 stone something.
And you're what? How tall are you?
It's 4.
Brilliant. I'm 5'7.5". Don't forget the half. No, it's. I can't complain. It's good.
Yeah.
It's just with joints. It's years of doing strongman training and stuff like that. Is yeah, don't do that. I mean, with joints are sore all the time, sore.
Do you wake up sore?
I wake up in the winter, the evolution of caveman. I get out of bed, I'm bent over, and by the time we get to the door, I'm upright. But it's a process of yeah, it's not good. But 46.
You're still at it, mate. And to be fair, you look at you and you're like, that guy trains.
Yeah, but then I saw the same the other day that saying the average age of death in this country is 78. So 39, you're middle aged,
Oh, yeah.
and you're a year away. and I'm fucking way past it.
You're way past it. I've got a serious health condition which I swear fuck me up way before
Yeah,
that.
but you're doing something about it. Have you seen all the bits about like movement is the best thing?
Yeah.
So you can smoke, you can drink, but movement is the most important thing. If you sit still or you sit in the chair, do fuck all. It's I always advocate, like, when you get people, and this really is like close to me up, when you get like people who come in the gym and they say, slightly overweight or whatever like that, and they're really, and, all jokes aside, and they said, oh, these young lads were taking the piss. Show me who's taking the fucking piss. Anyone who goes into the gym, right, is trying to do better. I don't care what fucking size you are. If you're fat, thin, big, tall, struggling, whatever, the fact you walk through that door means that you are 100 times better than the fuckers that don't bother. So don't let anyone put you down. And if there's these skinny little fucking blokes, because it's always the blokes, it's never the women get in there. I'm going to get my fucking soapbox.
Go on, do it. Get on the soapbox.
The women that go in the gym, they get on, they do their bits and go home. The lads, and it is lads, it's not the men, the lads go in there in groups and it's like a social hub.
Yeah.
And they're fucking texting. I went in there the other day and there was like two blokes. I think I did. So normally I'll try and do 20 sets per body part still to this day. But on a Friday, I do arms and I'll do 20 sets for triceps, 20 sets of biceps. And I think I was about something like 24 sets in. And these two lads were sitting on a machine and hadn't done a single fucking set. And I did cop. I went over and I said, like, are you using that? Well, yeah. Well, you fucking ain't, because I've done fucking 24 sets.
Yeah.
And you haven't fucking even picked up a weight yet. I said, and then he gets personal. He's like, well, you wonder why you're not growing. And then he did 3 reps and went, oh, you may as well have it then. And went off. And I was like, well, why fucking hold on to it? It's the same as the people on their phone. It's never women. You get all the young girls, the women and the older women, never women. They're in there doing their bits. And you need to treat the gym like you don't want to fucking be there. You know, like when they say when you buy a house.
Yeah.
The day you go to buy a house, you don't want the house because you don't want to give the game away. When you go in the gym, you need to treat it like you don't want to be in there. So get in, do your stuff, and fuck off. But you get the lads in there, and it's like that. Text. And I went up to one. I said, like, how many more texts you got, mate? What do you mean? Well, I've been here nearly an hour, and you're still doing the same exercise as when I came in. But you're wondering why you're not growing. And like that. So that's the only bit I do get the other. But then, like, it sounds bad, but it sounds hypocritical, doesn't it? But like I say, you get people that generally go in there who are conscious about how they look and what they're trying to do. And I think fucking fair play to you. If I could, like you see these videos, don't you, when like you say like a girl sitting in a car crying. You ever seen them? And someone come up to them and said, I've been watching what you're doing. Carry on doing it. You're doing an amazing job. And I think that's the empowerment you should have, because you see people in there, like I say, it was 6 o'clock in the morning, fair play to you. And all these ones that, like I say, don't do it. Well, sorry, the ones who are in the gym are doing better than you. And it doesn't matter, like I say, what you do, but you're doing something, because movement is what it's all about. If you get up and move about, go for a walk, do something. If you sit on the sofa feeling sorry for yourself, it ain't going to get any better. So do something, whatever it is.
I thought training's going well then.
To be fair, it's been the same for about 30 years. I think, I've been doing now 1 years. But then gyms have changed. Gyms have changed in the sense of gyms used to be gyms. It almost like you'd be, there was very like, not rarely women in there. I'm not saying like put them down. Like men used to go in. No, it sounds bad. But I used to go spitting sawdust gyms. You know what I mean? And it used to be like you'd go in. It'd be like a competition. So if you said you could lift 100 kilos, I could lift 110, and that's what. But that's how you grew, if you know what I mean. Whereas now it's like I say, it's nothing like that. It's it's a social
thing.
Yeah.
I need a piss.
Let's have a piss. So, what about your training?
Well, this week I've had a bad week. And the reason I've had a bad week is because work has overtaken everything. And it happens sometimes, but, my training, back in 2022, I was boxing, fighting, I was running ultramarathons, I was running 10Ks and all. I was at my peak. And then some of the listeners will already know, I was diagnosed with dilated cardiomyopathy, so in heart failure. I was at my peak, physical peak. And I've had to slow it right down. So I've spent a couple of years recovering, sort of mending myself,
So drinking's not great for that.
Yeah, no. Well, no. So when I was first diagnosed, and I took it. So I took it as seriously as when I was fighting. And when I was fighting, I didn't drink.
Yeah.
We'd go out on. There would be nights out. There would be bottomless brunches, and I'd be the fucking idiot sat in the corner. I'm about to fight. No, I'm not drinking and all that sort of shit.
I think what was the technical term?
I don't know.
Boring.
Boring. I was absolutely fucking boring. Wouldn't take an ounce of booze and all that sort of stuff. So when I was diagnosed with heart failure, which is a long story, I sort of I kept that boring and I treated it as if it was training. And I was like, right, you got heart failure. What affects your heart? Caffeine, alcohol. And I was living a dream, man. Don't drink alcohol. Don't drink coffee. I was depriving myself of these nice little things.
Can I ask you a question though?
Go on.
I always believe there's a fine line between living and existing.
Yeah.
Do you agree?
Yeah, I do.
Because you can don't get me wrong, but if you're to the point where you're just doing stuff to survive, you're existing, aren't you?
Yeah.
Whereas living is going out and living to your
Totally.
potential. You've heard of the a day as a fucking worm or a year as a tiger and all that.
Yeah. I mean, 100%. Because I was training so hard at the time and I got diagnosed, I tried to be as good as I was. And then after a year of doing that, I had this epiphany of where I was like, fuck that. Fuck it. If I want a coffee, I love me coffee. I was a coffee snob. I'd try all different coffees. I used to grind my own beans and all that stuff. I was like, fuck that. I'm starting drinking coffee again. Starting getting drunk again because there was things.
You're good at it.
Yeah, I'm also I'm a top drinker.
You're a diva.
I'm a diva. Give me a few pints. I'm there. But there was times when I was ill and I stayed in bed and you had parties and things like that and I missed it. I missed out. And no, not having that anymore. Not doing it anymore.
Fair play to you though, because you did. You sort of come out with the other side and a lot better as well.
Yeah, I've come out the other side of it. I've had this
More of a diva.
More of a diva. More of a twat.
No, not at all. No, don't stop her.
So I had this little rest period. And then now, so I was diagnosed end of 2022, beginning of 2023. We're now in 2026. I'm back.
So let me ask you this then.
Plans. Okay. This is where it gets difficult because there's only, so the listeners may not know this, but I wrote a book that's been published and it's called The Switch by Carl Conway. Buy it. You'll fucking love it. You'll love it.
Because there's a picture of me in it.
Because there's a picture of Scott in it. But buy it. And it's not fucking one of them self-published nonsenses. It's a properly, fully published book. I get money from it. Buy it. You're lining my pockets. So please buy it. Please buy my book. Switch by Carl Conway. Available in all good bookstores. Anyway, I've lost.
So future plans for training.
Future plans, right. So I was, before heart failure, I was running ultramarathons. I was running duathlons. I was fighting.
Now you're going to do...
Now, it's been a long time, but in the next few weeks, so 21st or 22nd of March, can't remember whatever the Saturday is, I'll be doing a 15K, nearly 16K trail run. And then I want to do a marathon at the same time as a London Marathon, not going to the London Marathon, but actually running a marathon at the same time, just around where we live. And then my biggest dream, what I would love to do, would be to step back in the ring at the end of the year. Not to fight, but to at least spar at the end of the year.
The thing is, though, it's one of these ones, isn't it? So it's like, if you do all this, I was about to say, if I turn up here and there's no one opposite me on the microphone, it's all gone wrong. But then I'm not very techie, so I probably won't be able to sort out how to even record an episode.
I know what you mean, yeah.
But yeah, what about golf?
Golf, that's another one.
Are we doing golf?
I'm up for golf.
So I played golf a long time ago, and we're
Yeah.
talking 25 years ago, when I was much, much smaller, and I've got the flexibility of a piece of wood, right?
Yeah.
But then I get offered to go to loads of business meetings whilst playing golf, and I feel like I'm missing out. And I said to you that, didn't I? And now you've been asked to go to golf,
No, I've been asked, yeah.
but you've got the reflexes of a cat,
But
whereas I've got the reflexes of a dead skunk.
so, yeah. So this is going to sound shit. And I'm sorry to the listeners, but there's like 3 sports that I never class as sports. First one is darts. Is that a sport or is that a skill?
Eh,
Is it a sport or a skill?
well, it could be a sport.
Hey, I've been to the darts and
Right.
I've got pissed and it's been a good night, but is it a sport?
Well, you've asked it, because if it was a skill, you wouldn't be able to do it when you're pissed. Driving's a skill. Can't do that when you're pissed.
I can.
Maybe just the once.
I've never tried. I've got a feeling I can.
So maybe it is like a sport.
Yeah.
It's a drunken sport.
Drunken sport.
Like drunken boxing.
Drunken box.
There you go. See?
Yeah, there we go.
There you go. See, maybe it is.
Yeah,
right.
okay.
We're turning him.
Yeah,
Yeah, go on, next one.
Yeah, go on. Yeah, got it. Yeah.
Darts is back in.
Darts is back in. Okay.
No, see, I think that's jealousy, because this here is a pool table, and me and you can't play for shit.
Yes.
In fact, the more piss we get, the better we get.
Yeah.
So again,
I'm too heavy-handed, apparently. I hit it hard, don't I? And I'm really... Then I get self-conscious. I'm like, I don't want to wreck your pool table or anything.
moving on.
It's only when I like when we've played and we've had people here playing, it's only me that knocks the balls off the table.
Yeah, but that's only because you're still left on it, because I get out on the first go. Anyway, next one.
Anyway, next one, golf. I never saw it as a sport.
See, I always like golf.
I'm not saying I don't like it. I've been to the pitch and putt, crazy golf. I'm there.
No,
Fucking
see,
windmills.
I used to
all
like
that sort
golf,
of shit.
but I just don't know if I've got the flexibility to do it. Maybe we should do, you said about putting it on TikTok. Let's do a couple of, should we go to the driving range? We'll put a couple of videos on there,
Let's go to the driving range. Smash them.
like when we swing and the club
Yeah.
goes more further than the ball.
Yeah. Club
That might be
flies
worth
over
it.
the fence for that.
Let's do that. Cool.
yeah.
So I reckon then, right, we call it a day. So what do we want? We want topics and questions.
Yeah.
That can fire you off.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Yeah. So
let's do that. Any questions, any topics? Let us know. Something to talk about.
you can
Get me on my soapbox.
get us on Instagram. We've got an Instagram, 4 Beers In. Get us on there. Drop us a message.
You know what? What have we got? So what's this go on? Spotify?
This goes on Spotify. It goes on Apple Podcasts.
Does it?
Yeah. It goes on Apple. It goes on Pocket Cast. It goes on all types of shit. It goes on YouTube. You're going to have to bear with me with YouTube, though, because for some reason we've only got the audio on there. But it goes on there. We've got a TikTok, but we haven't got anything on there yet, because we've got a person that said they was going to start cutting up some of our videos that we put up. They haven't started doing that yet.
To be fair, we lost the video.
But to be fair, the second episode wasn't our fault. It disappeared. It was gone. I've tried my hardest to get back. But we'll get some TikToks up. Instagram, that's probably the best place to get us. Insta. 4 Beers In on Insta. You'll see some of our posts.
Questions, topics. We do anything.
Yeah. Just
finance,
messages,
money, politics,
gender.
training, funny dog videos. I like them. There you go. That's innocent. Fuck
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, thank you for listening. I hope this helped. I shouldn't see why not. We've covered a bunch of topics that is going to help you if you listen properly.
And if you haven't heard of the films, go out and watch them.
Yeah, go watch them. Commando,
Running
Universal,
Man, Running Man.
Total Recall.
Yeah, cool
When you
film.
get the old one, not the other one.
Yeah,
that was
Arnold
shite.
Schwarzenegger.
Arnold Schwarzenegger, when he gets that thing pulled out of his nose, that's fucking brilliant.
I boycotted the remake.
Yeah,
I don't do remakes.
Commando.
Yeah.
Oh, top quality, late 80s, early 90s action film. Watch that. Yeah.
Cool.
Cool.
Right. Till next time.
Next time, we'll see you in a couple of weeks.